That's a big one right there. That is a big one. Well, as usual for me in fishing, the best laid plans tend to go awry. And it's early spring, and I came out with the mindset that I'm gonna probably throw a Senko around shallow brush most of the day. And that's been working really well, but unfortunately the wind's just ripping 15 to 20 miles an hour, maybe stronger than that, and just really limited on what I can do. But one thing that I like to do when the wind is blowing is I pick up a crankbait and I find rocky shorelines and points. And that's really what saved my day today, is I picked up a Squarebill crankbait and I started just firing thousands of casts at these rock points with wind crashing in on them. And you're always going to find active bass around those rocky points with that wind. And there's just all kinds of sediment stirred up there. There's a lot of bait fish in that area, and those bass are taking advantage of that. And really what you'll find is you can pattern these fish according to two things: the slope of the bank and the type of rock that is on that bank. And so for me today, it was really kind of chunk rock, bigger, bulkier type rock that had maybe extended out on little short flats before it fell off into 6 or 10 foot of water. And I would find those fish either right up on the little 2 or 3 foot flats, or right as it fell off into that deeper water. And I was throwing a billlewis SB57 crankbait today. And this is kind of a new bait for me. I've not thrown it before. It's a Mark Daniels Jr. designed bait, and I was actually able to talk to Mark about this bait at a recent tackle show. And he was really touting a couple of things. One, the circuit board lip, that's a really wide circuit board lip. And that thin lip really helps the bait get to its depth quickly, and just that big wide lip on it really helps it deflect. So that was certainly true. That bait really performed well, bouncing off the rocks and even into the wood cover. The other thing he was talking about is it's a really thin wall design, but to keep that bait from collapsing and having a breakable type bait, there's a honeycomb design inside of that bait that you can't see that strengthens that wall. So you get that thin wall, lively action, really good deflection with that bill, and it's a great crankbait. I was a little concerned that this bait might not cast very well in the wind. It's only 3/8 of an ounce, but I was really impressed with the way this bait cast into the wind, deflected off the rocks and the wood cover. Really good crankbait. I had a blast throwing it today. Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh my goodness.